Hello everybody, my name is Kabanaw. I'm being joined by my friend Choro Kojo.
Hi, how you doing?
And this is the Planescast. And we're gonna talk about the flavor of today's conspiracy. So Red, how about you tell us a little bit about the plane?
Well, conspiracy, it doesn't take place all on one plane, but the new cards are all set on the plane of Fiora, which is the home of Dak Faden, the greatest thief in the multiverse.
TM.
Yes. But yeah, most of it's set in the high city of Paliano, which is kind of like magical cogwork Venice, in a way.
Something like that.
It's got kind of a Renaissance Italy feel to it. People
constantly backstab each other or something.
Yeah, something like that.
That's something to do with the flavor. But a lot of the other cards, there's lots of reprints. I think there's 65 new cards in the set, and then the rest of the 210 are reprints. Some of them have new art, so we'll talk about those. The ones that don't, we're just gonna kind of skip.
Yeah, works for me.
Let's get started from the top, the white cards. So first up, Ajani Sunstriker, nothing new. Apex Hawks, nothing new. And then we have Brago's Representative, new card.
Brago.
So, this guy shows up and he gives you another vote.
Yeah, he's basically just, Brago gets a vote. You are basically picking what Brago picks.
Yep. And if you have more of his representatives, you get more votes.
God, look at the little mug on that guy's face.
Yeah.
He's just grumpy.
No, he's pretty just unhappy. King Brago always has to have a word, apparently. That's his thing.
It makes sense. I'm sure someday we'll learn more actually about King Brago.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, that guy's fine, flavor-wise. But, go to our next card, Council Guardian.
Guardians. I like Council Guardian. I like his little mallet that he has.
Yeah.
But he reminds me of the Sentinels from Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in every way. Just look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does. He's also got a magic shield. I imagine that's what you're voting on.
Yeah, you're voting because you pick the color and he gets protection from that color.
Or colors.
Yes.
If people can't decide. That could happen. 1, 2, or 4. Can't have 3. Math just doesn't work that way. Unless you have a 3-player game.
Well, remember, Conspiracy is designed to be played with multiplayer, so...
Right.
Maybe everybody's dumb and just picks a different color.
Well, right, but if you have 4 people...
Maybe everybody's dumb and just picks a different color.
Right, so you get 4, but I'm saying so you have 4 people, then there's no way for 3 different colors to have equal votes.
Right. But you get to pick from 4 colors, so if one guy picks blue and the next picks black and then red and green...
Right, then he's protection for everything but white.
Yeah, which is just kind of a dumb concept.
Yeah, I don't imagine
a thing that will never happen except for as a joke.
Right, because, there's nobody that would want that, except the person who cast them.
Yes. Maybe they've mind-slavered everybody at the table.
Ooh.
My God.
I want to see that game.
I want to see that game.
Alright, let's move on. Council's Judgment. Another voting card.
Yep, I like these cards where you vote. It's just the simplest way to do this. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I wish that, it could affect your stuff too. So if the council decided that they don't like what you're bringing, they can just get rid of your things.
Well, I think the idea of this is the conspiracy is you're manipulating the council.
Right. I would just like it if it could turn back on you.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah. I would also like that because then it wouldn't be Insane Unlimited or in Legacy.
I like just the kind of play here where exile could actually mean exile. You're actually the council saying, get the hell out of town.
Yeah.
I actually like that. That's kind of...
Yeah. It is. They just decide... Well, I mean, they don't always, like... They could tell, like, a bottle to get out of town, too.
Well, they're prohibition. Get the fuck out.
Fair enough. Alright. Moving on. Courier Hawk, not new. Custody Spellbinders.
I don't know what's up with the Custody.
No.
It's actually, if you look, that's King Brago in the art there, standing to the side. I just noticed that, so I guess they're just kind of his attendants?
Something like that.
It makes sense. I mean, custody.
Yeah, I mean, the name works well with the ability.
I'm reading what he do.
Yeah. He makes spirits.
Oh, I see. So the counters represent a dude, and then you can just kind of strangle a dude and make him a ghost.
Yeah, and then you control the ghost.
It turns out his council is entirely just doomed travelers.
Yeah, no. That's all he... That's actually a requirement. You have to have a cursed fate.
Yeah. I'm for it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty smart. I mean, not really smart if you want your council to have any longevity, but I don't know if King Brago does, so...
Well, he's got all the longevity.
Right. That. Next one. Custody Squire.
This is a weird one, because I like the idea that she just kind of goes into a box somewhere and just pulls crap out. And you don't know what she's gonna get.
Yeah, she just, you know...
You kind of hope she's gonna get something you want, but there's a good chance she's not gonna get the thing you want.
Well, like, you tell your squire, hey, fetch me this thing I want. And then she goes, okay, I'll go find that. But on the way,
and all these
your
other
friends
jerks,
show up and say, hey, you know what you should get? This instead.
And then she just gets confused, and she shows up with a box of eggs.
Yeah, and maybe also the sword you asked for, but I mean, if everybody asks her for eggs, she'll just think you were wrong for that.
Yeah.
But
she's kind of dumb.
Yeah. She can fly, though.
That's yes. It's just kind of a nice little thing.
Yeah. Alright, Doom Traveler, not new. Stellan Innistrad. Number Point Stag, also not new. Guardian Zendikar, not new. Intangible Virtue, not new.
Nope. And then we got Core Chant.
Yeah.
A reprint from Stronghold.
But now it's Zendikar.
Yeah, it's got the Zendikar core. Zendikar.
Them.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this art. Because it's kind of, look, the Eldrazi thing is still happening.
Mm-hmm. They're pacifying it.
Remember that? The Eldrazi? The thing we've been kind of gone from for a couple years?
Well, they keep bringing it up, like...
They keep bringing it up, but it's like, I want to know what they're doing.
Right. It's mostly just we see planeswalkers that are trying to figure out what the hell to do about the Eldrazi.
Yeah. And getting sidetracked.
Because, like, Zendikar right now doesn't have a hope.
No, not really.
But, which is why planeswalkers are looking out of Zendikar. Because maybe some other plane has a hope. I also like the flavor text on this one. Sacred Rites repurposed to fight an ancient threat. I don't know if they've really been repurposed.
No, it's pretty much...
I think those sacred rites were probably existed in the first place to fight Eldrazi, just like most of your sacred, like, traditions.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good point.
Like, oh, your gods, those were just Eldrazi, sorry. We'll talk about that some other time.
Yeah.
Skipping past reprints. Next new one is...
Rousing of Souls.
It's
got Parlay. You know, the thing does the effect, and you have to reveal the top card of your library. And then
you
get an effect for each non-land card. Which I guess is, hey, we're going to go off and explore somewhere, and I guess we found a body, and not actually more land.
Yeah. They found ghosts.
It's like, oh, we found a body, and there was a ghost inside of it.
Yep. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes ghosts don't leave.
Will you join us, ghost? And then they do.
Yep. And then people get cards.
And then we all learn a lesson from it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Casper.
It's a really nice tale. So if you get, like, forward, you get, like, Casper and his uncles?
Yes, exactly. That is exactly what happens.
Good. Next card, Route, with new art.
Oh, Alesh Norn.
Remember New Phyrexia? That's also a thing that's happening.
Yeah. I saw this art, and I actually got angry at it. She's kind of a heartless monster.
Well, yes, she's an Eldrazi.
Well, she's a Phyrexian.
Sorry, I mix up the two.
You did.
Yep. No, she's a Phyrexian.
Yeah, this is
And
apparently...
turns out Phyrexian's really evil in white, too.
Yeah.
The only one they didn't end up like being insanely evil in was red.
Oh, it's not going to work out well for him.
No, I think it's already not worked out a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty much, we're just seeing Leshnor a lot, so I guess she kind of...
Like, I think that we're seeing what happened to him in this art.
No, these are all Auriok and stuff. This is actually... They actually talk about this on the Mothership. This is actually during the actual Mirror and Phyrexian War.
Oh, okay then.
Because there are far too many living Auriok and Volsok in that art, there for that to be new Phyrexia.
That's fair. That's very fair. There's not many of them that exist anymore.
Oh, I keep hoping Koth comes back with a card called Koth the Lash Volsok.
I
want that!
What if he's just a plane shift of Thrun?
Oh, man.
That'd be great. Okay, moving on. Going back down to Soulcatcher.
Soulcatcher with the best new art. It is amazing. He's kind of this weird albino crow albatross.
Yeah, with a net.
And it's got like a fishing net, and it's Halloween-style souls just in his net.
Yeah, he's just holding it in place.
It's wonderful.
It's pretty good.
Oh my god. I think this is the actual first piece by this artist, too. Julie
good.
Dillon.
Wonderful start.
Yeah. It's not bad art, it just makes me laugh.
No, it's not. It's just a little silly.
Oh man,
That's
look
fine.
at him.
Bird soldier. No one knows how bird people work.
They just do.
Yeah. Remember there were bird people in Magic?
Yeah, they show up a lot, really.
Yeah. Well, last time they really showed up a lot was Alara, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway. Moving on past that, I think next new art is Unquestioned Authority.
Oh, Unquestioned Authority.
If you look over on the left side of that doorway in the corner, you can see a little friend.
It's little Fibblethip facing
He
out.
doesn't know where he is still.
He's in the 9th District.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
I like this art because it's better than the original, which was a bird soldier just preparing to give like a gorilla a rectal exam.
Now I need to look up that original art.
Yeah, you do. There's a lot of things in the original art that's weird.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of animals standing around as he holds his hand out.
There's a weird like mammoth in the background with like doodle things on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in that art. It's just... Check it out.
Neither
It's
do
my
I.
hand.
Yep.
That
And here
cat's
we have-
really upset.
Yeah, no, all these animals seem not terribly happy about this bird with the lightning and the scythe thing. Like the talon on a stick, I think that is.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
That was the style on Atari at the time.
It's reasonable. But back to this art. Yeah, the dude, dude on a white horse riding through a slum of sorts, if I were to guess.
I like just how the one guy's got the knife, and he's thinking about it. He really wants to just shank that guy. But he's not.
No, he can't question his authority.
Nope. Cause yeah, there's like a Rakdos guy back there with just the chain flail. And it's
Yeah.
a lot of bad stuff wants to go down, but
Yeah, Philip's thinking of asking him for directions.
yeah, he should probably just stay back.
Yeah, that's for the best.
Where do the blue cards now?
Great. So, Academy Elite.
This looks like there's cogs everywhere. I think this is like an Academy Muzio teaches at? Maybe works at? I don't know, but they're dressed like Muzio.
Yeah, they're,
We'll see later.
This is their faculty photo.
Yeah, this is definitely a class picture type thing going on.
Mm-hmm. None of them really want to be there right now. That's why none of them are smiling.
I think Fiora has a Magic Academy. I know that because Dak Faden was one.
Oh, very good.
His Spark Ignition stories, they're basically him and his friend are just showing off, and then they show off in front of the wrong people, and then his friend gets shanked, and then he gets set on fire.
Oh, and then...
So imagine Harry Potter, but Harry Potter gets stabbed and then disappears into another world. That's Dak Faden.
Okay, alright.
Yep.
Now I understand his character.
Yes, it's great.
Wait, so was he lit on fire or is that his friend?
It might have, I think he was lit on fire. I'm pretty sure his friend just got stabbed in the throat.
Okay, so like when he got set on fire, did he planeswalk away from the fire, or did the fire come
It's that
with
thing
him?
where when your spark goes off, you just kind of disappear to another world automatically.
Right. But does fire on you come with you like your clothes do?
You know what? Let's go with yes.
Maybe he just wouldn't, like, he'd just planeswalk into some water or something.
He just ended up on fucking Dominaria and just started rolling around on the ground. It's confusing everyone.
Yeah. He doesn't know where he was. He's on fire, so he's completely disoriented. That must have been fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see that story someday.
I hope so. Just so Dak Faden catches fire.
And then he ends up somewhere he doesn't know and doesn't know what happened.
It's the fun of being a planeswalker.
Yeah. At least being a first-time planeswalker.
Yeah.
After a while, you kind of understand that you're in a place that nobody you knew already knew existed.
Next card with the new thing, Breakthrough, has new art.
Hey, great.
It's Raymond Swanland art. It's much better than the original art, in my opinion. Which was just a guy shocked by books. The magic of learning in books.
Oh, yeah.
He's having a brilliant idea, and it involves books and possibly a person on a horse.
I think that's a person on a horse. Maybe also a pyramid and a bird.
Yeah, why not?
Also a dune? I don't know.
I
These
don't
weird
know.
thoughts.
And now it's just kind of a wizard just being a wizard and shooting electricity everywhere around the ocean.
Right. I feel like I've seen this art before, though. Like, I feel this is like...
Raymond Swanland has this thing where all of his art has the same feel to it.
And all spikes.
Yeah, like it looks like, I want to say, it's not Banishing Knack, it's the redone Banishing Knack from Theros.
Do you
remember
Vanishing Light?
No, it's the blue that gives the creatures tap on summon.
Helix.
Yeah.
Retraction Helix.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Got the same kind of feel, a wizard on a rock by the ocean doing things.
Yeah,
That wasn't by him, it just feels like it.
Right. But, like, if you look at the water looks spikier than the rocks. They look more like rocks than the rocks do.
Well, I see a lot of water like that, so...
Yeah.
Being a sailor.
That's fair. No, that's fair. Maybe it just looks real spiky meaty, you know?
Yeah, it's a wizard. It's Raymond Swanland, it's what he does.
Alright.
I like Raymond Swanland, though, so...
Yeah. I like his art. Like, I mean, people say how, it is spiky. It is really spiky.
It spikes. He's gotten better about it.
He has. I think he had even art in a Born of the Gods that like had no spikes in it.
There's a bunch. Like he did some of the. I think he did some of the basic lands. Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for like I know like throughout all of Return to Ravnica block, his art was just like kind of all spikes all the time.
Yeah.
Like there's that land dude, the land Blood Rush guy, I believe.
Yes.
I forget what it's called, so let's get back on topic, though.
Yes.
It's a fine card. I like the idea of a wizard standing on rocks and then getting ideas.
That's what they do. Wizards get ideas.
Mm-hmm. Wizards getting ideas. Alright, what's our next new card? I don't actually...
Marquesa's Emissary.
Ooh.
Which has the wonderful ability Dethrone.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I'm going to just stab the guy at the top in the throat.
Yep. Hey, you're doing the best. It's a pretty good multiplayer mechanic.
Yeah. I actually like this one. I like just the images of it. I like when blue cards use red art like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there is a gruesome thing of a man being burnt to death in the background.
Yeah, no, I mean... look...
Oh, she's stepping over him, too. It's like, nope.
Yeah. I think she did that.
Well, yes, because her hand's on fire.
Right.
I like that.
And then she's just stepping over him. Like, through the fire, too. Because she's like...
No, she's not really a mage. She's a rogue. So maybe her hands are just on fire.
Oh, maybe that's just a thing she does?
Yeah. She lights her hands on fire, and then she just kind of lights everything else on fire by touching it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I like her hat.
Think. It's a good hat.
It's very Renaissance.
I think we can. I think we can rely on Fiora being a plane with good hats.
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah, fancy plane. Next card.
Marquesa's Infiltrator.
Another dethroned card.
Yeah, it's just steal our secrets with Dethrone.
Yep. After the first attack, but after that, it gets bigger and then it gets harder to block, so you get more cards or something like that.
Yeah, it's
a cool one.
Yeah, it's alright. I do like the guard that he's just kind of brutalized there in the background.
Yeah, guard's gone. But it's fine, dude.
And Misdirection has new art.
Yep. Which is like,
It's a wizard on pointy rocks.
Yeah.
I don't know where the wizard's from. Maybe he's Dominarian. Dominarian's got pointy islands like that right now.
Yeah, it's got wastelands. That looks like a wasteland.
He's kind of dressed like an Innistrad guy, but the guy in the background's not very Innistrad-y.
No, he's got, like, the Black Knight helmet.
Yeah, let's just go with he's just a generic wizard on Spiky Rock World.
Yeah. That may just be what they were going for. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's just looking at us while his lightning goes around and hurts that guy, I think. Art's not terribly clear.
Yeah.
Old Misdirection art is goofy. I think I might prefer it.
It's really goofy.
Yeah. Like, I'm not usually a huge fan of the really goofy arts, but I still think I might prefer that to this.
Yeah. I don't mind this one. I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's alright. I usually like a little more, like... I mean, I suppose I can't really say that I
He's just kind of posing. I guess what it's supposed to be is he's casting the spell at us, but we're seeing it arc back around behind him.
Oh, so
I think he's not the one actually... I think we're the ones actually misdirecting.
Oh, now I like to start a whole bunch more. So, like, he's just like, I'm getting you, now this is our first-person view of us using misdirection.
Yeah, so it's the wizard is friends with the knight back there.
Oh, and we're just shooting his friend because
we're twisting it back around. It's actually, right. I like that.
I like this. I like this art a lot better now.
Yeah.
Great. New card. Muzio, Visionary Architect.
I like this card, and it's art by Volkenbaga, who does amazing art.
Mm-hmm.
I like Muzio because he looks like he's supposed to be magical Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
Which is why he's got the glider behind him, and he's even got a bird in the cage, like he's studying it and stuff. It's just, I like this.
Yeah. I like that, like, the better the technological breakthrough he has, the, more stuff he can figure out.
Yes.
So, like, you know, the biggest artifact is, like, his greatest work thus far. And then he just studies that, and he finds out more designs. And he's like, hey, look at this thing I also found.
Check it out. I built a robot giraffe. And it's like, why did you build a robot giraffe? I don't know. I thought of it, and I did it. Look at it. It's amazing.
Look, I built this,
Maybe it'll affect your draft somehow. I'm not supposed to know about that, but I'm magical Leonardo da Vinci.
Yep. I built this giant robot that's indestructible, and now it's made of poison.
Man, I don't know what I was thinking that day. I'm Leonardo da Vinci.
Wasn't a good place.
Yeah, I was going through a dark time.
Anyway, neat card, probably could make a good commander, and that's what they're going for.
Yeah, he's kind of like a direct thing for Arkham Dagson in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the article that was talking about him was saying that like he prefers him over Arkham as a commander because it's A, more fun, and B, everybody's not going to try to kill you immediately.
Yeah. Also, I'd assume he's not a jerk like Arkham Dagson was. He was kind of a weird guy.
Mm-hmm. Muzzy was also kind of a weird guy, but we like him.
Yeah, he's nice magical
voice.
Leonardo da Vinci. I can't say that enough.
Yeah. Alright.
We've got Plea for Power.
Ooh. Like this one. You're either asking for more time for research or for more funding for research.
I never thought of it that way. That's pretty neat. I like this. I like how you've got just the whole council there that he's actually...
Yeah. The card's, price pretty good for either effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't have anything else to say about it. The art's very wonderful. I like the view, how you can kind of see the city off in the distance.
Yeah. He's got all these people listening to him. I'm guessing he's, getting pretty emotional here. He's, pleading.
He's trying to get that funding for PBS. You go, Mr. Rogers.
You can do it. Great. Next card.
Next new card is Split Decision.
Okay.
Which I think is a wonderful little pun for a name. You're either deciding, no, you don't get the spell, or I'm going to split your spell in half.
Yep. What do you want? And then this guy's in a,
some sort of... Oh, I just noticed that's a guillotine. It's going to cut his hands off.
Oh, how about that?
I just noticed the blades. I've been looking at that art. Nope, it's a guillotine.
I thought it was just stalks.
Nope, that's why your spell got canceled. They cut your arms off.
It was a somatic spell.
Oh my god, can you imagine how much blood is going to spray out of that? Oh my god.
Oh man. How do they keep it clean? It's so intricate.
Magic?
Alright.
I mean, you gotta imagine, it's coming out of the stump, so it's spraying straight out.
Right. But I imagine there's also some just like trickling down the side of it.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's really gruesome, actually. Jeez.
Yeah. Blue wizards don't fuck around on Fiora.
No.
Oh man.
Man.
So either you give them a copy of your spell, or they take your hands away.
Yeah.
Ugh. That sucks for you. But moving past that guy, we'll leave him to his fate.
We've got Stifle here, it's just the art from the Judge promo, but it's got new flavor text related to Chandalar.
Mm-hmm.
I've never liked the art for the thing. I've honestly never liked any of Stifle's art, any version of it. This one, it's the head just really bothers me.
Yeah.
On the mage, because like, oh, it's wearing a hood, and it's like, oh, she's not wearing a hood. She's just got a weird pointy head / hairdo.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a pointy hairdo. Maybe she's friends with the new Dark Confidant.
Maybe they're from the same place. It'll be great.
Yeah. Dark Skrillex.
Yes.
Her hands being cubified.
Yeah.
I guess that's what happens.
Oh god, her hands are falling apart too! Jeez!
Set doesn't like hands.
I like my hands. I think just... How many counters involve cutting hands off now?
We'll have to figure that out. I mean, there's, what's that, Wayne Reynolds one where the dude's hands get twisted around?
Is it Spell Reversal?
It's from World Wake. It is a multi-kicker.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. But I can picture everything about it, and it's wonderful, because the art
Spell Contortion.
That's it, Spell Distortion.
Contortion.
Same thing, shut up.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that one, just because it's like, oh god, my arms! Oh my god! I don't know what's happening!
What a good art.
And then... next new thing is Wind Dancer has new art and flavor text.
Ooh.
And it's very wistful little fairy tale Wind Dancer. I like it.
Yeah. It's nice. It fits its like creature's size.
It's
like a 1/1.
It's really fairy tale-y. Fairy tale-ish.
Pretty...
I like when Magic does this. I just like when it's not all things tearing each other apart or people getting their hands about to be cut off.
Sometimes it's just like, a Peter Pan type thing.
It's just a pretty fairy among some rapids.
And then you take her hand.
Now I'm going to look at the art and probably realize somebody's drowning in the rapids behind her. No, I think we're clear. It's good. That's fine.
Let's not focus on that. Let's just stay away from the water. Focus on the beautiful fairy above the water.
Yeah.
That's carrying you above it. You don't need to worry about it. Now we get into black.
Black. With Bite of the Black Rose.
Ooh.
Black Rose being the moniker of Marquesa.
Yeah, that lady.
I like this one because you're basically voting for which ring she's going to take the powder out of. Because apparently she's the sort of woman who just keeps poison in her rings.
You don't?
No, not really. I tend to not wear rings because if a line gets caught in it, it'll tear my skin off.
Alright, maybe that's fair.
Yeah, it's a job thing. It keeps coming back to hand trauma. Jeez.
Maybe that's something with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too focused on my hands. But overall, I like the name of this card. Just Bite of the Black Rose.
Yeah.
Only really makes sense here.
Do you just expect her to poison your stuff when she comes?
Yeah, it's just her name is Marquesa the Black Rose.
Right. So you're just like, guys, we're gonna put food out, but don't eat that. We'll have real food later once she leaves.
Yeah.
Just pretend to eat it as much as you can so she thinks that you're actually...
I brought food for your servants to eat. It's like, oh. Alright.
Dumps into garbage.
Yep. Drakestown Forgotten.
Ooh. Drakestown... Yeah.
Yep, Drakestown is the hometown of Dak Faden.
Or was.
Well, it's still his hometown.
Right.
But basically everyone in town was slaughtered by vampires. The planeswalker Sypha Grant basically used an artifact to control the vampires around the area and made them do her bidding.
Yep.
And she was hunting for Dak because she knew there was a planeswalker that lived there, or used to live there.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, yeah, after Dak comes back one time and everybody's been buried and he's wondering who did it, and there's a vampire that he's about to murder. It turns out the vampire felt so bad about the slaughter that he came back and buried everyone.
That's nice of him.
And maybe these were just the guys he forgot to bury. Or got tired of digging holes for.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Drakestown wasn't a tiny place. I mean, you can't really expect one
nice
vampire to dig all those holes.
That's the thing.
He's not a gravedigger.
Fiora, in the comics, it never really has, it's just a generic, maybe Southern Europeanish town.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's definitely got it's just an Italian feel. It's great.
Yeah. Actually, was that the art for, what was that promo, there's a promo for a vampire card when, Dak was still on Innistrad.
Oh, I know what you're thinking of. It's Feast of Blood, I think it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, that's actually on Innistrad.
Is it?
Yes, if you look, it's the...
Oh, okay.
It's definitely the style of clothes they wear.
Right.
But what he does is he saves a Cathar from a vampire attack by turning the back on the leader. Yeah. Turn back on Sypha. I don't remember that one. I'll be honest, the first basically storyline that Dak Faden is in is not very good.
Yeah.
It's look, I'm Dash Rendar.
Yeah. Sometime we'll have to go through Dak's story.
Because his storyline's weird. He does a lot of stuff across a bunch of planes on Innistrad, and then a Cathar falls in love with him, and then he goes to another place, and a lady falls in love with him, and then he knows a lady on Ravnica, and it's weird.
It always so happens to be the plane that the current set takes place on. What a coincidence.
Dak Faden's special ability is he can be on the plane of relevance at any time, but he manages to stay just a planet away from all the shit that's going on.
Yeah. He's always there, but not really there.
Part of the way they've basically explained it is it's not happening simultaneously. It's just there's other things. This is a different period of time.
Okay, that's fair.
Which it happens. So
it'd be great if just in every one piece of art in every block.
It's just Dak Faden
You just see him in the background somewhere, not even the focus of the art. You just see him. Oh, there he is. He was definitely there.
Yep, I like that he's on in Dragon's Maze. He's on Bread for the Hunt, just being brutalized by that Simic monster. Just there, apropos of nothing. Just but anyway.
Yeah.
Next card is Grudge Keeper.
Yeah.
Which I think is just kind of wonderful.
Yeah.
Another voting card is you didn't vote for... Alright, and you just write your name down.
Okay, if that's your choice, I won't stop you.
Then he sends you a dead cat in the mail later.
Oh. Is it your cat, or is it just some cat?
Hit or miss. You can't be expected to know everybody's cat.
I do, but I'm not his boss.
But yeah, I like this art.
Mm-hmm. He's
definitely in some sort of Renaissance-y church.
Yeah. I like that in this world, zombies can not only be wizards, but can also hold government jobs.
Oh yeah, he's a bureaucratic lich.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, that's fair. Next one.
The next new thing is actually Phage the Untouchable is reprinted from 10th edition. And her big thing is she was originally printed as a legendary minion.
Mm-hmm.
And she was in her 10th edition printing too. And then when Lorwyn came along, they updated every creature type, if it was applicable. And she got updated to be a zombie, which, honestly, it doesn't really work with her storyline. Basically what happens is Jessica, who is Kamal's sister, the hero of the Odyssey block, is attacked by Kamal in a rage. He doesn't know what he's doing, and she gets basically cursed by the Mirari. And eventually she's being healed by the centaur Seaton, but he gets killed by Braids, who just kind of does Braid stuff. And when she takes Jessica back to the Cabal, she's actually imbued with the power of Kuber, which is their god. Which I'm gonna spoil it. He turns out to be a powerful wizard. The Onslaught block storyline is really dumb and convoluted.
Yep.
But yeah, she's not really undead. She's just got a touch that rots from the power of a god. So updating her to an avatar actually makes sense.
Right. She's the minion.
Yeah, basically let's go with that. She got updated to Mythic, and that definitely feels like a Mythic card. Yeah. I'm going to touch things, and it will die. Even if it's your opponent, even if it's you.
Please don't touch me, Phage.
Yeah.
Just like, put on a glove or something. Or I guess she can't wear gloves. As if she puts the glove on.
She can wear silk and metal. That's all she gets. Everything else rots away.
So could Karn fight her?
Presumably, yes. Karn could fight her if she wasn't already... It's complicated, actually. You bring that up. But Jessica was an apprentice of Karn. At the end of the Scourge storyline, Jessica becomes a planeswalker and walks off with Karn. They all go off and explore and do special things.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Phage doesn't automatically kill planeswalkers.
That's right.
It's the one thing.
Yeah.
Because she just deals damage to a planeswalker.
Yeah, but that's a weird retrofitting. I'm sure she would if she could.
But she didn't
deals combat damage to a creature or planeswalker. It would probably be worded that way today.
Right. But, she can't just kill Karn in one hit.
I guarantee you they would have if they could. But deals combat damage to anything, destroy that thing.
Oh, they definitely would have.
Because I know Mark Rosewater said that he wanted Door to Nowhere or Nothingness, whatever, to actually say destroy target creature or player.
Oh, that'd been so good.
But the rules killed it.
Yep.
Oh, well.
Rules managers. Ugh.
Next card was something new. It was Reign of the Pit. Which is a wonderful little callback, in fact, to Lord of the Pit.
Oh.
Who, if you recall, was a demon, a giant flying demon that caused you to sacrifice a creature every turn or he'd beat the crap out of you.
Yep.
So Reign of the Pit is saying, you all need to make a sacrifice to this giant pit demon, and then you get the giant pit demon.
Yep.
I like the art on this one. I just like the colors.
Mm-hmm.
I like how he's basically forcing his way out of a hole in the world.
He's in a pit.
Yeah, it's just like a pit in reality, it just feels like.
Yeah. He's got some weird lights coming out.
It feels like some sort of weird summon from a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah. I mean, basically you're just telling everybody that you have to give somebody to participate in this summoning ritual.
Yeah.
Like, you're just handing out, like a velvet hood.
I like the idea. It's like, hey guys, promise not to be mad, but I might have made a deal and I need some bodies.
And then I get it, and you guys don't get anything, so
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh man. Reign of the Pit. I'm gonna enjoy playing that card, I can tell.
It's a fun one.
Next card, it's Skeletal Scrying, is a reprint from Odyssey, but it actually has flavor text for the first time.
Yeah.
It just kind of adds a nice, dark little touch to it.
Yeah.
His family was a small price to pay for the dark gifts that called to him. So he basically sacrificed his family to do this.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, that's like, alright, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We do know that jawbone doesn't belong to his children.
Yeah.
Children have weird jawbones. Look at pictures of it. It's terrifying.
Yeah. Well, his child was some sort of deer. Predatory deer.
That's also possible.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
I never actually considered what that was the jaw of.
I mean, it's got,
it's got
it's also just got, like...
It's got the front, the bicuspids and everything are all sharp, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a predatory deer.
Those exist on Dominaria.
Yeah, why not?
Positive. Especially with the Mirari running around doing garbage like that.
Yeah.
Like, Mirari's just like, let's just give this teeth it doesn't need.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop at Siphon Soul. I just like that they used the Onslaught art because it has Phage appear again. Even though she has nothing to do with Fiora. It's just a shot of, this was past Dominaria.
Yep. This is what Phage does.
Yep.
By the way, Phage is in the set.
Yep.
Does Phage have arrows sticking out of her in that art?
She does. She's got weird piercings going into her back.
Oh, okay.
Which is nothing compared to Jessica. She has actually an iron ring going through one of her biceps.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's for the judgment. When we eventually do that. Maybe. Yeah. Hopefully.
We'll see.
The next new card is Tyrant's Choice, which is yet another voting card.
Yep.
Vote for death or torture.
Yeah, what do you want to do to this dude?
I like the art on this one, because not only are they about to drown this guy, they've apparently slit his wrists. Because there's a lot of blood in the water.
They've also got him chained down.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they don't want him just swimming.
Well, I mean, you could just float. Oh, I guess there's a window behind him. Yeah, that makes sense.
It would pour out eventually. It's basically, yeah. That is a torture chamber for a very specific height person.
Yeah, if you're above 6 feet, they really can't torture you in there. Sorry.
Maybe it's magic order, because I'm just noticing we're looking through bars.
Yeah.
Is there like a glass tank there, or?
It's just a force wall. Those.
Yeah, it's magic.
We know those exist.
That happens, yeah.
It's an illusory wall.
Yeah.
Except without the bricks floating in the air.
Yeah.
That.
I do like with the choice cards, I do like how they picked vote for thing or thing.
Yeah. They didn't just say,
some of the choices, they're just wonderful, just the words they picked.
Like, some of them are just like, oh, you vote for a thing in a graveyard, or you vote for a permanent. Some of them are like, vote for an abstract concept.
It really kind of hits home the flavor. It's just a flavor addition. It's like, okay, we're going to either torture them, or we're going to kill them.
And then, what do you want? I mean, can we let them go? No. We can't. Unless maybe you, split decision it.
Our next new card with something on it is Victimize, which is a reprint from Urza's Saga. I'm so glad they reprinted this, but I'm also so glad they gave it new art. It's not because Val Merrick did the original art, and there's nothing against him. It's a very comic book style art.
Oh yeah, it is.
They could have done it because Zansha actually appears in the set. She's on Ill-Gotten Gains, which just uses Urza's Saga art.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a weird sort of. It's another weird torture because you're gonna kill the dude. Like, look at it, because you've got the rope holding up the weird trident guillotine thing.
Yeah.
And he's blindfolded, but there's also candles under the rope.
Maybe Fiora's not such a nice place.
Well, I don't know if this is on Fiora, because if you look, the flavor text is Zula Shore, who shows up in core set flavor text.
This isn't a new card.
It could be. We don't know about Zula Shore. I think he's from Chandalar, though.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, it's...
Yeah, such for this person.
It's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
The art's pretty good. I don't know... Does Greg J. Spearman done anything else, I wonder? Because I don't recognize the name. Let's look that up. Greg J. He did the Putrid Leech alternate art in the Jace vs. Vraska dual deck. Which is a wonderful little picture as well, but we'll get that someday.
Yep. I wonder why they're using 2 ropes for this.
Well, I'm assuming it's just support. Also, if one burns through faster, it's going to snap and swing down to one side, which is really kind of dumb.
Well, that's one thing. Is this just like 2 ropes sitting on the top, and it's like
really, it's just a liability, yeah.
Like, why don't they just use 1 rope? Does it need to be symmetrical that badly?
But maybe that's part of the ritual. Maybe Zula Shore is just kind of crazy, and it's just obsessive about that.
Maybe there's some demon that's like laying out the process they need to sacrifice.
Which, if he was, I would point out that symbol on the floor that he's painted is off kilter.
And this demon's just like, okay, you have to have candles. Have to be in skulls.
Yeah, skulls are on top of candles. He's a Lich Lord. It's what he does. If there's anything he has an abundance of, it's skulls. The only thing he has more of is femurs.
You have to use 2 ropes. Why 2 ropes? Doesn't make 2 ropes!
Alright, jeez!
Moving on to red.
Bold Weird Intimidator is using its Future Sight art, but in the regular frame, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
First new card, though, is Enraged Revolutionary. Which is just kind of a generic guy with a hatchet and Dethrone.
Yeah, he also has a torso. Does Dethrone have something to do with fire?
Maybe Dethrone is, It's either they're going to stab you in the throat or set you on fire.
Ooh, maybe both. If you're lucky enough.
Yeah, he's also apparently running through like a canal.
Yeah.
Like there's a sluice behind him and you can see the splash of the water.
Maybe it's not best maybe it's not best idea to run through water while holding a torch?
Maybe, I don't know.
What if you trip?
No, then you've got to find a new torch, yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah. Maybe he's tripping right now, and maybe he's just really disappointed. Like, maybe that's why he's making that face.
It's like, piss!
Like he's in mid-no. And they just took a bad picture of him.
Torch went out, I'm covered in poo water, and I can't find my axe. Great. This revolution has just been a disaster.
That's why he's enraged.
Yeah!
It's not because, like, he's super into his cause, it's because everything's going wrong.
Next card was up the newest Flowstone Blade.
Yeah.
Which has new spooky art by Alan Williams. Flowstone's weird.
Yeah.
Because it was originally part of Wrath, and now it's on Dominaria, but it's all chaotic now.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hope they explore that more, because Flowstone's always been just kind of a neat ability, just the weird... I'm trying to think of the damn word for it, but it's just the way it's basically... It's a really good flavor description for actually just shifting form, becoming thinner and sharper. And
yeah. I don't really know what the flavor text has to do with this card.
It's the original flavor text for it. It was done during Tempest, or I think it was a Stronghold card originally. But to really hammer home Karn's role as kind of a mentor figure, he was just full of fables and stories. So there was like, Bottle Gnomes has him telling a story, and I think Sif does.
Which is kind of funny, because one of the plot points about Karn is that he
forgets
things.
It makes sense, the fable, really. It's... Remember the fable of the elf who came into a cave of gold, trying to free the largest piece, she was crushed by its weight. It's basically, yeah, you can use this ability a lot, but if you make your creature a 7/2, they're just gonna shock it.
Right.
So...
What is... That's part of thing. Anyway,
they also, that's just random, it's a completely minor thing. They actually changed the epitaph on that. Instead of saying Karn Silver Golem, it just says Karn.
Yeah, well, he's just Karn now.
Yes, he's still a Silver Golem.
Right.
They just call him Karn, yeah, so it's...
Well, maybe they should put Karn Liberated instead.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. Well, it's just Karn. He was liberated and then he left. Now he's Karn who left.
Karn, he left. 8 mana.
Next card we got is Grenzo's Cutthroat, which is just dethroned in first strike.
Yep, I like this way better than
I like the look of Fiora's goblins.
Yeah,
they're not just green skinned, they're just scuzzy looking hairy guys.
Yeah, big pointy noses. Like
they don't look as dumb as other goblins. They're just
he looks like a rogue.
They look just kind of this weird simple cunningness to them. Mm-hmm. Like he's just crawling out of that sewer and he's got his knife ready.
Yeah.
That guard in the back's not gonna have a good night.
No. Hopefully he has at least 3 toughness. Or he's not protecting the best person.
Grenzo, I'm enjoying what you bring to this party. We'll get to you later. But we are going to talk about your rebuttal.
Yeah. Oh, Grenzo. You're such a crazy man.
I think Grenzo's rebuttal is one of my favorite flavor cards in this set, and I'm really sad we don't get it on Vintage Masters.
Oh.
But yeah, it's you get an ogre, and then everybody just picks it to destroy. So basically... Grenzo's just calling an ogre in, and the ogre's just running laps around the board, just breaking and smashing and laughing.
Yeah. And then maybe he gets destroyed too.
It's basically, it's an Oni festival.
Yeah. Well, because, like, if the person to your right decides that, you know, your ogre has been the big troublemaker, and they choose to destroy him, so the mob really just comes out and gets rid of the ogre, but, you know, after...
Yeah, basically, because it's gonna destroy it, basically just assume that he just gets crushed under the last thing, or he just got stabbed last, and that's what stopped the destruction.
Yeah. Or maybe he just got tired and walked away if he sticks around.
Yeah.
Smashing stuff is hard work.
It is.
Especially when things are bigger than you.
It really is. Well, for an ogre. Especially if it's an Oni, which it's not because it's Fiora, but... I just sort of automatically assume ogres are Oni.
So is he holding a Twin Blade?
Say again?
What's that ogre holding?
It's some sort of... you see it on some cards later. The Cogwork constructs actually have weird pikes like that.
Okay. Neat.
God, I'm just looking. Yeah, he smashed up all sorts of gears, because you can see the gears behind him, they're just on fire and burning.
Yeah.
So he's definitely just ruined some shit up, and then just grabbed one of the Sentinels things. Coincidentally, there is my favorite legendary Oni is the next card in the listing, but... Oh, Hidetsugu, we'll talk about you someday.
Someday.
Speaking of things catching fire, we have Ignition Team.
Yeah.
Which is just a bunch of goblins.
Yep.
That's something I like. I like that this whole cycle where it's the Ignition Team and the Academy Elite and the Custody. they're 0/0 creatures and they come in with a variable number of counters, but it's because they're made up of a bunch of people. So each counter is another part of that team, and I think that's kind of a good thing because something terrible happens to that team, and then something else happens.
Mm-hmm. You tell somebody, team member, to go do a thing. In this case, it's make a land.
In this case, it's the goblins just kind of... I don't know the flavor of this one, to be honest. They light a building on fire, and then I guess it comes to life.
Yeah, maybe they have like special torches that like when the fire that it creates
if you actually look close enough at the art, look at the smoke and the fire behind them on the building. Yeah. You can see sort of a skull with horns forming.
Yeah. So that's it. It must mean the smoke is like an elemental.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's just it's manifesting into something.
It's something like that. I don't know. Neat card.
Yeah.
But moving on to whatever the next one is.
The next new card is Scourge of the Throne, which is the obligatory dragon.
Yep.
It is a dragon who wants the throne because he has the throne.
Yep. It's because if you have the throne, then this dragon's coming after you.
I like this one because he's got an additional dethrone effect where it's just the standard relentless assault we get now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's if he attacks the person with the highest life total, then like guess what? He's coming again, or coming at somebody else. Yep. I guess.
Now I'm gonna point something out to you, and you're never gonna be unable to see it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Look at the dragon's back leg.
Yeah.
Fjorn dragons apparently just have man legs. Just big, muscular, sexy man legs.
Say
anything. You'll never be unable to see that now.
I won't. Like I see him landing as a biped.
Yeah. And he just stands there, and he's just like, "Oh,
yeah.
I guess you never miss leg day."
It's one day. Make sure not to skip.
But yeah, I like Michael Comark's art a lot. Mm-hmm. He did a lot of the art for Bont or In Charge of Alara, and it's just got this sort of. It's kind of got like a photorealistic feel to it, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, really good fire.
Yeah, he's really good at those
coming out of the mouth. Also, another dethrone card with fire.
Yeah, I guess dethrone is just burning things down. Yeah, that's kind of. I wonder if that's like a visual cue. It's either fire or a knife.
Ooh. Maybe it's because, like, you're literally destroying the throne. Like, not the person sitting on it.
Yeah, I say that, but then the next card doesn't have fire in itself, but it's just got kind of a brand. Yeah. Because Treasonous Ogre also has dethrone.
Yes. Also, if he didn't cost so much, might be playable in Eternal formats.
Yeah.
But
I like him because he does a couple things, really, come to think of it. Because not only does he do that, but by paying life like that, you can get yourself out of dethrone range. Which I think has good...
So, like...
I just actually caught that. It's like, that's kind of a thing. That's pretty neat, really actually.
Neat. So you can generate some mana and then be like, now I don't have the lowest. Now when this dude attacks, he'll get a bonus.
I like this guy also because it's the same type of ogre that's on Grenzo's Rebuttal. Which makes sense, because Grenzo's in the flavor text. Apparently these ogres just work for him.
Yeah. Wait, so is this over a speedrunner?
Yes, exactly.
You take damage to kill your opponent faster, which is thereby saving time.
There you go. We solved the mystery.
He's Treasonous Ogre. Thanks for making us seem less like the bad guy by hurting us.
Yes. Well, he's treasonous, you see.
Right.
But you don't know who.
Oh, maybe everybody. Maybe he just, like, that's his thing. Like, no matter who he's working for, he's deciding when to betray them.
Yeah. Next is Elephant Guide, has new art. I'm pretty sure this art is either from the Magic Online Cube, or it's used in Duels of the Planeswalker, though. Yeah. But it's the first time it's actually been printed in paper. Mm-hmm. And I just like the concept of the ghost elephant behind. I'm not even sure what that critter is. It might be a shaman, it might be a goblin. But there's a ghost elephant, and he's guiding the hell out of him.
Reminds me of Manawef Sliver.
Oh, I hope it's not one of those slivers. I really don't like those slivers.
I don't think that they have a sliver guiding an elephant. That doesn't make sense. Slivers aren't smart. They don't know how to guide nothing. Moving on.
Next, we have Exploration with its new art.
Yeah.
I like Exploration. Like, aside from the card, but the effect, I like the callback they did with Explore.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's, an extra land a turn? A one-shot would be just exploring.
Yeah.
I also like this card because the art, it's kind of a generic thing, but it feels a lot like Naya. Mm-hmm. And it reminds me of some of the shit on Naya. Maybe Zendikar, I don't know. It just feels like some sort of jungle temple, so...
Right. It's Adventure World.
Yeah.
You found the thing. Good job. Also another first-person card.
Yeah.
After Misdirection.
Still sad it's not in Vintage Masters.
Nah. That's too bad.
Next card we got was something new. It was Howling Wolf, which was a reprint from Mercadian Masks. I like this one because if you look at the original Mercadian Masks, they did a lot of weird things with their creatures. Like, the original Howling Wolf was this weird, it's a wolf with, like, no neck. And it's in a tree for some reason. It's just a wolf that climbs trees. Get out of there, you're a wolf. But it's... The new one is wonderful because they reconcept it's an Innistrad wolf. And you can tell because the gravestone back there has the symbol of Avacyn. And then the moon has the heron on it, the moon heron.
Oh, yeah. Man, I love Nils Holm's color.
Nils Holm is amazing, and he is the absolute perfect artist for doing stuff with Innistrad.
Yeah.
They also used him a lot on Grixis for Alara. Mm-hmm. And he's just got this really visceral, it feels like greasy meat is the best description for it, really.
And, like, he just uses all these, like, nice, like, green highlights and shades on all of his stuff.
It's just... Greasy meat. It's really the best description, and I mean that in the most loving way.
Yeah. Just really nice. Like, for the next card, Hunger of the Hellbag, which I believe is his original art, but it's the same sort of thing.
It's him, yeah, and it's just wonderful. The next new card is Nature's Claim. It's not a new card, but the art on it is new. It was originally from, I believe, Worldwake. Yeah, Worldwake. And the art for its original art, it's I'm trying to think of the right word for it. It's by Darkin, and I like Darkin. The card itself, it just feels grimy.
Yeah.
It's a tree monster about to eat a machete. Which, whatever. The new one's it's like a statue of a sphinx just being absorbed into a pretty little lily pad thing. Which I guess is why you gain 4 life instead of a tree monster eating it.
Right, because the lilies turn back into nature.
Yeah, it makes more sense, and you get a pretty little lily pad out of it.
I guess that swamp is acidic, actually, though.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a swamp.
In there. Right.
When you get down to it, all water's acidic.
Well, okay, fair. But I mean, like, acid acidic.
Yes. Next new card is Predator's Howl, and I'm really sad we're not getting this in Vintage Masters, because I want to play with this online.
Yeah.
It's 4 mana for a wolf, right? At instant speed, which is alright. But the morbid, it's like, there's a dead thing here. 3 wolves showed up. And I want that at the end of my opponent's turn so bad.
3 wolves, whenever you need them. Muzio says my arguments have no teeth.
Oh, Savala, you're a laugh riot.
Can you count wolves as arguments?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a screw you, and then you throw a wolf at them. That's the argument.
Mm-hmm.
Argue back. Debate 1. I got kicked off the debate team.
Because you bit the other person.
Well, yeah, I did throw a wolf at them.
Right.
Oh, the next card is Provoke, which is a reprint from, I believe, Stronghold.
Mm-hmm.
Provoke was one of my favorite cards, and I'm really glad they actually made the mechanic out of it in Legions. But it will never come back, because Fight is pretty much better in every way.
Yeah, it works way better.
A thing people don't remember about Provoke is it targets. Even if you're not going to use it, it's going to target that creature, so you can use it for things.
Doesn't work well on mine.
Yeah. But yeah, this, of course, has a Ravnican homunculi, which may or may not also be Fibblethip.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it's Fibblethip because he's too angry about things.
Yeah, Fibblethip, like, even if you provoked Fibblethip, he'd just get more scared.
I also like that his right arm is much more muscular than his left.
Yeah.
Which just raises questions. But yeah, this is another piece by Kev Walker, and Kev Walker, He's basically continuously done amazing art ever since, I think his first card was Visions.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's amazing.
I did like Morrow's comic with his art.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So did he win the fight? No. He totally lost. Just dumb enough to work.
Yep. Anyway, I got nothing
Next
else to say about him except that... What do you think do you think that's, some sort of animal feces? Because that would be really unfortunate for him. Just splatter on his face.
Like on his face? Oh, it's right on his eye, too.
I like that you can see where he's clearly smeared it away from his mouth, too.
Yeah. I don't know.
I hope not, because that's just gross.
Yeah. Sorry, little dude.
I don't think he won that fight.
No.
At all, because...
No. God, no. He's tiny.
Yeah. You're a 0/1 token creature. You're not going to do it.
Nope. Sorry, buddy. I know you really want it. I know you have that one arm you've worked out. And only that arm.
Maybe you're 1/1 with that arm. I don't know.
Maybe you could take down a soldier, trade with him at least, but I don't think so.
The next card is Realm Seekers, which is the green, I'm a big group of people.
Yep.
And I just noticed, I'm sorry, but I looked at this art, and they're just getting outside of, the walls of the city, right?
Yeah.
That guy with the crossbow was really excited to get out there and find that realm. Which is gonna go poorly for him based on the ability.
Right. It's like there's already dudes standing on the rock, too.
Yeah, there's a guy posing on the rock. You've got the guy with the crossbow who's really into it. You've got the woman who's just like, oh man, I got a map. The realm's out there. Let's go seek it. And then you've got the guy just getting on the horse. And he's like, I brought the horse.
Look, I brought this horse. I'm using this horse.
I'm not going to die to this. The horse is. And then he taps his head.
I just love the ladies looking up and pointing it out, and I just think that it's so it looks like according to we should go this way, and the guy's just like, I know, we've been through this way a million times already. We're not exploring yet.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was busy grabbing the crossbow.
I do want this card though.
Yeah, this one it is online.
Good.
Which, for me, I play online mostly, so it's one of those things.
Right. Yeah, I need this one for Crewfix deck.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. It works because I have 10 cards in my hand.
I just noticed they're all elves too, so they're just elves on Fiora. Just wear hats like Savala do. They just have that nice little hat.
Yeah. God, it's a nice hat.
I know.
It's got a feather.
It's like a macaroni hat. Yeah.
Maybe he's going into town.
Yes, very good. The next card we got is Savala's Charge. Speaking of Savala and her stupid little hatchet.
Yeah, and her nice hat.
So, there's something that we have learned about Fiora. Has elephants!
Yep.
Not only has elephants, they're really, really big elephants.
Those are big elephants.
I don't know if those are shrubbery in front of, in between them, but they're smashing the shit out of it.
Well, at the very least, they're directly behind her, and they're, over twice her height.
Yeah, and if they're not directly behind her, well, elephants are pretty big, but even if they're not directly behind her, those are either big shrubs or small trees.
And, I know you can't really tell perspective perfectly, but, those don't look like they're right behind her.
No, they don't. They're way off in the distance.
Her.
Either that or she's got really tiny. Maybe she's been shrunk. No, that's just a weird scale thing.
Yeah. Big honking elephants. Look, apparently she brings them into cities.
Yeah.
According to the flavor text.
Which, why not?
Apparently she just charges into cities with elephants. She's like, I'm here for the meeting. And they're like, we get it.
It's like, well, you all brought your servants. Our servants aren't 20 feet tall.
Here, have some cards.
It's like, well, that hardly seems fair.
We all get cards, okay?
I've noticed that Parlay comes up on Savala's cards mostly.
Yeah.
So I guess that's just
she's always apologizing for what she does.
Yes. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't think about this.
Okay, I'm sorry that my elephants trampled your home.
Oh god, you just put that into my head, and that's her character for me now. It's just, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Oh!
You just stop bringing the elephants around. No, they need this.
I know! It's... Oh! Then she apologized to the elephants, and it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh.
Next up is Selvalla's Enforcer, which has the elf with the most chiseled cheekbones.
And I also already have chiseled cheekbones. That's an impressive achievement.
Yeah, Jesper Edgesing, I like his art style. It's very distinctive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can pretty much immediately tell if it's a piece by him.
Yeah.
But I don't really have anything to say about this card. It's just your generic, I'm a green creature that gets bigger.
Yeah. Those supposed to be scale birds in the background, they're just birds hanging out.
I think they're just birds flying by. Because they're in a city. They're pigeons or swallows or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I like the tiled roofs here. Because it really does make Paliano feel different from Ravnica.
Yeah.
It's a subtle little feel difference, and it works.
I know, what card can I look at from Ravnica to take a look at the roofs? It's the
Any basic land.
That's
Except
fair.
for the swamps. You can't see it on the swamps.
Right.
Because they're the sewers.
Yeah.
But yeah, the plains definitely have it. The forests usually have it.
There's one that's like, deals 4 damage to target creature, and each creature that shares a name with it.
I can't think of the name of it.
I'm oracling it right now. See if I can get
Yes, I can hear you oracling it. Spire Tracer has a good look at like the roofs. They're like just wooden shingles.
Yeah. Homing Lightning.
That's
the card.
Good job.
Yep. I found it. Good. Now we can move on. To Squirrel Nest.
Squirrel Nest.
Hey, squirrels. They're back, finally.
I like Squirrel Nest art because it's literally... There's nothing magical about that art. It's just a squirrel nest. That is what Squirrel Nests look like.
Yep. Squirrels can't have nests.
The whole creative thing with squirrels, I'm one of those people that really hope they bring squirrels back. I think it's just sense of humor.
Yeah.
I really like when Magic has just this humor to it.
Doesn't have to be all Mage Punk creative.
I mean, humor beyond us looking at, like, the elf with the crossbow.
Right. Yeah, Squirrel Nest. You get squirrels. The squirrels keep coming out of that nest.
Yep.
That's what it does.
The flavor text is kind of
still
wonderful.
very good.
They had to change the flavor text because it doesn't work without the original art. With the eyeball.
The original
you can't keep an eye out for
Morrow.
the squirrel. It's like, oh.
It's like, okay, thanks for the life advice.
Yeah.
Without the visual pun, it doesn't work.
And then, yeah.
But still, chittering, skittering death.
Yep!